Welcome to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, where we explore the art of living with intention, peace, and spiritual wisdom. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and transformative energy of Scorpio. A sign often misunderstood, yet filled with powerful lessons for personal growth. If you've ever felt the urge to break free from old patterns, or if you're searching for deeper emotional healing, Scorpio's energy holds the key. As the ruler of transformation, Scorpio doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. Instead, it invites us to face our fears, heal old wounds, and emerge stronger than before. At the heart of this transformative journey is love, not just romantic love, but a deep, unconditional love for ourselves and others. It's a love that encourages us to dive beneath the surface, to explore the parts of ourselves that we often shy away from. What makes Scorpio so powerful is its ability to help us release what no longer serves us and embrace the wisdom of change. This sign shows us that true transformation doesn't happen by avoiding discomfort. It happens when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to grow through the challenges, and to trust the process of rebirth. By understanding Scorpio's spiritual depth, you can begin to unlock your own potential for change, guided by love, intuition, and emotional insight. Stay with me, because in today's video, we're going to uncover how you can tap into Scorpio's transformative power to create lasting, positive shifts in your life. The spiritual wisdom of Scorpio: transform your life with love. Scorpio is not just another zodiac sign, it embodies the transformative, deep, and often mysterious aspects of the human experience. This sign is often misunderstood, yet it carries within it the profound wisdom of emotional depth, regeneration, and the power to change. At its core, Scorpio teaches us that transformation is not a passive event but a deeply active and sometimes intense process, one that involves love, loss, and rebirth. It's a path that we all must walk, whether or not we're born under Scorpio's watchful gaze. At the heart of Scorpio's energy lies the concept of transformation. It's the sign ruled by Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation. Scorpio's power is found in its ability to dig deep beneath the surface, to uncover hidden truths, and to shed old layers of the self. There's an undeniable strength in this process, but also a deep vulnerability that comes with it. Embracing this vulnerability is the first step in learning from Scorpio's spiritual wisdom. Scorpios are masters at navigating change and personal reinvention. While many shy away from challenges, Scorpios find their strength in them. It's in the moments of crisis that they discover who they truly are. This is not to say that they seek chaos or destruction. Rather, Scorpio understands that transformation requires breaking down the old to make way for the new. This destruction is not permanent but part of a cycle, a necessary phase of growth. Scorpio's journey involves not just surviving the storms of life but thriving through them. A key element in Scorpio's transformative process is its deep emotional nature. Scorpios feel things intensely, whether joy, love, or pain. Their emotional landscape is vast and complex, and they possess a unique ability to navigate through their own inner worlds. This emotional depth allows them to connect with others on a level few signs can. But it's not just about feeling deeply. It's about understanding the power that emotions hold to shape, heal, and transform. When Scorpio loves, they do so with an intensity that isn't about possession but about deep connection and transformation. This ability to transform through love is one of Scorpio's most remarkable gifts. Love, in the Scorpio way, is not always easy. It challenges us to confront parts of ourselves we may not want to face. It asks us to be vulnerable and open in ways that can feel uncomfortable. But it's precisely in this vulnerability that growth occurs. Scorpio teaches us that love is not just about pleasure or ease. It's about accepting the entire spectrum of human emotion. It's about understanding that love, in its purest form, has the power to heal and transform even the deepest wounds. And in this way, love becomes a tool for spiritual growth and personal evolution. By embracing love, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a force for personal transformation, Scorpio shows us the path to a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. The next step in this transformative journey involves understanding that emotional healing is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process that requires effort, self-awareness, and patience. Scorpio's energy pushes us to heal not just on the surface but in the deepest parts of ourselves. Emotional wounds, when left unaddressed, can fester and create barriers to growth. However, Scorpio's approach to healing is different. Instead of avoiding pain, they dive into it, trusting that by facing it head-on, they can transcend it. This willingness to confront pain is a powerful lesson in spiritual wisdom. It reminds us that healing is not about avoiding the tough stuff but about embracing it fully, allowing ourselves to feel and process the emotions we often try to suppress. Scorpio also teaches us the importance of letting go. This can be one of the hardest lessons to learn, especially in our fast-paced world, where we often feel the need to control every aspect of our lives. But Scorpio's wisdom lies in understanding that true transformation happens when we release what no longer serves us. This might mean letting go of old patterns, unhealthy relationships, or outdated beliefs. For Scorpio, releasing is not a loss but a liberation. It is the act of clearing space for something new to enter, a new version of yourself, a new chapter in your life. It's the clearing away of the old so that you can embrace the new. This idea of letting go is closely tied to the Scorpio's ruling planet, Pluto. Pluto is often associated with the cycles of death and rebirth. And Scorpio, under its influence, embraces this process as part of the natural rhythm of life. In the same way that a tree sheds its leaves in the fall to prepare for the growth of spring, Scorpio teaches us to shed what is no longer necessary to make room for personal growth. This is not about loss in the traditional sense, it's about making space for something more authentic, something that aligns with the truth of who we are. As we continue to move through the transformative power of Scorpio, we come to understand the importance of trusting ourselves and our intuition. Scorpio's connection to the unseen world, to the realm of the subconscious, is something that gives them a unique ability to perceive truths that others might miss. This is where the Scorpio's deep intuition comes into play. It's an innate understanding of people, situations, and the deeper layers of life. Scorpios don't just rely on logic or external evidence, they trust their gut. This intuitive power allows them to navigate life's twists and turns with a deep sense of understanding, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. What makes Scorpio's intuition so special is that it's not just about reading people, it's also about self-awareness. Scorpios are keenly aware of their own emotional landscape, which gives them the clarity to make decisions that align with their true selves. This level of self-awareness is a form of spiritual wisdom that can help guide you, too. Learning to trust your own intuition is an essential part of personal growth. It allows you to step out of the noise of the world and listen to the quiet voice within that knows what's right for you. It's this quiet confidence, born from trust in oneself, that gives Scorpio the power to move through life's challenges with grace and wisdom. As we move deeper into understanding the wisdom that Scorpio brings into our lives, we realize that its transformative energy is intricately tied to embracing not just the highs, but also the lows of human existence. Scorpio's journey through the emotional and spiritual realms teaches us that it is often in the darkest moments where we find our true strength. The sign of Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, represents the cyclical nature of life itself, death, rebirth, and the continual process of transformation. There is no such thing as stasis in Scorpio's world. To stand still is to be left behind. Growth is a constant, an ongoing unfolding of who we truly are at our core. What makes Scorpio's emotional wisdom so unique is the way it challenges us to fully embrace both the light and dark aspects of our inner world. In fact, Scorpio's energy requires us to become acquainted with our shadow self, the parts of us that we often avoid or ignore. These aspects of ourselves are not inherently bad. They are simply parts of the whole that, when left unacknowledged, can create inner turmoil. Scorpio's ability to dive into the depths of the unconscious allows them to bring these hidden elements into the light. transforming them into powerful sources of personal growth. In doing so, Scorpio teaches us that the journey toward healing involves embracing our shadows, not running from them. When we accept the full spectrum of our experiences, we unlock the potential for profound transformation. This understanding of the shadow self is further deepened by Scorpio's connection to the realms of the unconscious and the unknown. Scorpio's affinity for the mystical and the occult is not just a fascination with the supernatural, but a deep, spiritual understanding that there is much more to life than what meets the eye. The unseen forces that guide us, whether through intuition, dreams, or an inner knowing, are as real as the tangible world. Scorpio invites us to trust in these forces, to develop a connection with the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. It's through this connection that we tap into an intuitive wisdom that transcends the material world. By opening ourselves to these subtle energies, we allow for a deeper level of understanding and alignment with our true purpose. In this way, Scorpio helps us bridge the gap between the conscious and unconscious mind, allowing us to live more fully integrated and spiritually aware lives. The connection to the unseen realms also brings us to the realization that in Scorpio's world, power is not about domination or control. Instead, Scorpio teaches us that true power is rooted in authenticity and self-mastery. While many associate Scorpio with strength, it's not strength that comes from external sources, but from within. The power Scorpio possesses is the power of transformation, of being able to regenerate and renew oneself in the face of adversity. It's the ability to stand tall after falling, to rise from the ashes time and time again. This power comes not from suppressing emotions or pretending to be something one is not, but from embracing the raw, unfiltered truth of who we are. Scorpio's authenticity lies in its refusal to wear a mask, to hide from the world. This powerful self-awareness is an invitation for us all to live authentically, shedding the masks we wear to protect ourselves from pain or rejection. This self-mastery extends beyond just personal healing. Scorpio's energy calls us to take responsibility for our own emotional and spiritual growth. No one else can do the inner work for us. While we may seek guidance from others, ultimately, it is up to us to confront our fears, face our deepest emotions, and take control of our own healing journey. Scorpio does not shy away from difficult conversations, uncomfortable truths, or painful revelations. It knows that true change requires us to look within, to acknowledge our flaws and imperfections, and to work toward becoming the best version of ourselves. This is not about perfection, but about progress, the steady unfolding of who we are meant to be. By embracing this self-responsibility, we take ownership of our lives and create the space for real transformation to occur. Scorpio's power to heal and transform extends beyond the self and into its relationships with others. Scorpio is often known for its deep emotional connections, but what is truly profound is its capacity to inspire transformation in those around it. Scorpio's love is intense, but it is also fiercely loyal and deeply protective. Scorpio's presence in the lives of others often brings a sense of deep change. Relationships with Scorpio can feel like a mirror, reflecting not only our strengths but also our weaknesses. In this way, Scorpio acts as a catalyst for change in others, pushing them to evolve in ways they might not have thought possible. This ability to influence others positively comes from Scorpio's understanding that love is not just about comfort, but about helping others grow, even when it's uncomfortable. True love, as Scorpio embodies it, is about pushing people to their limits and helping them reach their full potential. In relationships, Scorpio is also incredibly intuitive. They have the ability to sense when something is off, when there is a deeper issue that needs addressing. This intuitive insight allows them to understand not just what is being said, but what is left unsaid. This understanding creates a deep emotional connection, one that can transcend surface-level interactions. Scorpio doesn't just want to know the superficial details of your life. They want to know the truth, the real you, the parts of you that you might be afraid to share. This kind of intimacy creates a bond that is difficult to break, one that is founded on trust, loyalty, and authenticity. Scorpio's ability to read between the lines and connect with others on a deeper level is a gift, one that can help foster deep, meaningful relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. This brings us to the final lesson Scorpio offers: the power of vulnerability. Scorpio is often seen as a strong, intense sign, but beneath this strength lies a profound vulnerability. This vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength in itself. Scorpio teaches us that true strength lies not in the ability to suppress our emotions or control our environment, but in the courage to be vulnerable, to be real with ourselves and others. This vulnerability opens the door to authentic connection and transformation. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves to love, to growth, and to healing. Scorpio's willingness to embrace vulnerability in the face of its own intense emotional world serves as a reminder that we too can live more fully by embracing our authentic selves. By letting go of the need for control, and by allowing love and transformation to flow freely. The wisdom that Scorpio offers us is not just about surviving life's challenges, but about thriving through them. Scorpio shows us that transformation is not something that happens to us. It's something that we create. It's through facing our deepest fears, confronting our shadows, and embracing our vulnerability that we become truly powerful. Scorpio invites us to step into the unknown with courage, to trust in the process of transformation, and to embrace love as the ultimate force of change. As we take these lessons to heart, we unlock the power within ourselves to create the life we desire, one that is full of growth, authenticity, and deep, meaningful connections. As we continue to explore the depths of Scorpio's spiritual wisdom, it becomes clear that the process of transformation is not linear but cyclical. Scorpio embodies this cyclic nature of life, where every ending is also a beginning. This cyclical rhythm is not just about the natural cycles of life, like birth and death, but also about the internal rhythms that govern our personal growth and emotional evolution. For Scorpio, the act of transformation is never truly finished. It is an ongoing process, a continual shedding of old skin and emerging anew. Each phase of transformation leads to a more authentic version of the self, a deeper connection to the essence of who we are meant to be. In this sense, Scorpio invites us to embrace the cyclical nature of our own lives. So often, we resist change, fearing the unknown or holding on to what is comfortable, even when it no longer serves us. But Scorpio's energy teaches us that in order to grow, we must release the old and embrace the new. Change is not something to be feared but something to be welcomed. For it is through change that we evolve and become stronger, more resilient versions of ourselves. The key to embracing this cyclical process is acceptance, accepting that change is a natural part of life, and that transformation is an ongoing journey that requires us to continually let go and start anew. In addition to embracing the cyclical nature of transformation, Scorpio's energy also emphasizes the importance of power. However, Scorpio's understanding of power is deeply different from the conventional notion of power that we often see in the world. For Scorpio, power is not about domination, control, or external influence. True power, as Scorpio teaches us, lies in the ability to master the self, to control one's emotions, and to navigate life's challenges with inner strength and resilience. This power is rooted in emotional intelligence, the ability to understand, manage, and channel one's emotions in a constructive way. Scorpio's mastery of emotional intelligence enables them to navigate complex situations with ease. And it is this internal mastery that gives them the ability to lead and influence others. It is through emotional intelligence that Scorpio can deeply connect with others, guide them through their own emotional landscapes, and help them navigate their own transformations. This power is not about controlling others, but about understanding and guiding them, supporting their journey towards self-mastery. It is the quiet strength that emanates from within and flows outward, creating an environment of trust, respect, and authenticity. While emotional intelligence and inner strength are foundational aspects of Scorpio's power, another key element of their wisdom lies in their deep sense of loyalty and commitment. Scorpio's loyalty is one of their most defining traits, and it plays a crucial role in their relationships. When Scorpio commits to someone, they do so fully and without hesitation. This commitment is not something that can be easily broken, as Scorpio's love runs deep, and their bonds are built on trust and mutual respect. It is this loyalty that makes Scorpio such a powerful force in the lives of those they care about, as they are always there to support, protect, and nurture those they love. This loyalty, however, is not blind or unconditional. Scorpio's loyalty is earned through trust, and they are selective about who they allow into their inner circle. Once trust is established, Scorpio will go to great lengths to protect and support their loved ones. They are fiercely protective of those they care about, and their commitment to their loved ones is unwavering. This loyalty creates a deep sense of security and safety for those around them, allowing others to open up, be vulnerable, and grow in ways they may not have thought possible. Moreover, Scorpio's sense of loyalty extends beyond their personal relationships. They are also deeply loyal to their values, their principles, and their own journey of transformation. Scorpio's commitment to self-improvement and growth is unwavering, and they are constantly striving to evolve, to become better, more enlightened versions of themselves. This loyalty to self is just as important as their loyalty to others, as it is through this commitment to personal growth that Scorpio is able to bring about lasting transformation in their own lives and the lives of those around them. With this loyalty comes a powerful sense of accountability. Scorpio understands that personal transformation is not just about change but about taking responsibility for one's actions, emotions, and decisions. This sense of accountability is what allows Scorpio to navigate the complexities of life with integrity and authenticity. Scorpio teaches us that in order to truly transform, we must first take responsibility for ourselves, our choices, our actions, and our emotional responses. This accountability is what empowers us to create lasting change, as it shifts us from a place of passive acceptance to active participation in our own transformation. It is this sense of responsibility, combined with Scorpio's emotional depth, that enables them to be such effective healers. Scorpios possess a unique ability to hold space for others, to help them process their emotions, and to guide them through their own healing journeys. Their empathetic nature allows them to understand the pain and struggles of others, while their emotional intelligence enables them to offer the support and guidance needed for healing. Scorpio's presence is often transformative in itself, as their energy can help others shift from a place of pain and suffering to one of growth and renewal. This healing ability is not limited to others, it is also something that Scorpio applies to themselves. Scorpio understands that healing is an ongoing process, and they are committed to continually working on themselves, facing their inner darkness, and transforming their wounds into sources of strength and wisdom. This ongoing process of self-healing is what enables Scorpio to embody the qualities of resilience, perseverance, and emotional strength. Through their own healing journey, Scorpio becomes a beacon of hope for others, showing them that no matter how deep the wound or how dark the struggle, there is always a way to heal and transform. At the core of Scorpio's wisdom lies a deep understanding of the power of introspection. Scorpio is naturally introspective and reflective, and they often spend time in solitude, examining their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This introspection is not about escaping from the world but about understanding it on a deeper level. Scorpio's ability to look inward allows them to gain clarity, insight, and understanding that can be used to navigate the external world. Through introspection, Scorpio is able to uncover hidden truths, to discover new facets of themselves, and to gain the wisdom needed to transform their lives. This introspective nature also allows Scorpio to develop a deep understanding of others. By reflecting on their own experiences, Scorpio can relate to the struggles and challenges faced by others. This empathetic understanding enables Scorpio to offer support and guidance in a way that is deeply compassionate and insightful. Scorpio's ability to see beyond the surface, to understand the motivations and emotions of others, is what makes them such powerful spiritual guides. It is through this deep understanding that Scorpio can help others navigate their own transformative journeys, guiding them toward healing, growth, and self-discovery. Scorpio's introspective nature also invites us to engage in our own process of self-reflection. By taking the time to look inward and examine our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can gain the clarity and insight needed to create meaningful change in our own lives. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for growth, as it allows us to understand ourselves on a deeper level and to identify areas of our lives that may need healing or transformation. Scorpio's energy encourages us to embrace this introspective process, knowing that it is through self-awareness that we can create lasting, positive change. As we approach the final aspects of Scorpio's wisdom, we arrive at the profound understanding that true transformation often requires us to face our deepest fears. Scorpio's journey is one of courage, not because they are fearless, but because they are willing to confront what others might avoid. This is one of the core lessons Scorpio offers, understanding that our greatest growth often comes from confronting what we are most afraid of. Fear is a natural part of the human experience, but it is Scorpio's ability to face that fear, to navigate through it, and ultimately to transcend it, that sets them apart. This willingness to face fear head-on is not limited to external challenges, but also internal ones. Scorpio invites us to examine the fears we harbor within ourselves, those fears that keep us trapped in cycles of self-doubt and limitation. These fears, whether they are rooted in past trauma or imagined future scenarios, hold us back from fully embracing our potential. Scorpio's energy teaches us that the key to freedom lies not in avoiding fear, but in confronting it directly. By doing so, we break free from its grip and discover a newfound sense of power and confidence. It is in the space between fear and courage that transformation occurs. And Scorpio helps guide us through this transformative space with unwavering strength. Moving beyond fear, Scorpio's energy also brings us to the concept of emotional depth. As we've seen, Scorpio is a master of navigating intense emotional experiences, but what sets them apart is their ability to find meaning in every emotional encounter. Each emotion, whether joy, sorrow, anger, or love, is an opportunity for growth and self-awareness. Scorpio's spiritual wisdom lies in the understanding that emotions are not simply reactions to external circumstances, but powerful teachers in their own right. By delving deep into their emotional world, Scorpio is able to discover hidden truths, unravel subconscious patterns, and gain profound insights into themselves and others. Emotions are often seen as something to be controlled or avoided, yet Scorpio encourages us to embrace them fully. By allowing ourselves to feel deeply, we open ourselves up to a greater understanding of who we are and what we truly desire. Scorpio teaches us that emotional depth is not something to fear, but a gateway to spiritual enlightenment. When we allow ourselves to feel fully, we also give ourselves permission to heal. This emotional authenticity is the path to inner peace and balance. It's in embracing the fullness of our emotional experiences that we unlock the ability to transform ourselves and our relationships. Yet, as we continue to explore the spiritual wisdom of Scorpio, we also recognize that true transformation involves a certain level of detachment. This detachment is not about distancing ourselves from the world, but rather about finding balance between attachment and non-attachment. Scorpio's power lies in their ability to remain grounded in their own truth, even in the face of external challenges or temptations. They are not easily swayed by the opinions or judgments of others, and this strength of character allows them to stay focused on their path of personal growth. This ability to detach does not come from a place of indifference, but from a place of self-awareness. Scorpio understands that attachment can create suffering, as it often involves clinging to something or someone for validation or security. Instead, Scorpio teaches us that true freedom comes from letting go of these attachments and finding peace within ourselves. Detachment, in the Scorpio sense, is about being able to love and connect deeply with others without losing our sense of self. It is through this balanced detachment that Scorpio can navigate the world with emotional maturity and clarity. as we approach the final stages of our exploration into Scorpio's transformative wisdom. We are reminded of the importance of embracing vulnerability as a source of strength. Throughout this journey, we've seen how Scorpio's deep emotional nature allows them to connect with others in profound ways. But at the heart of this connection is vulnerability, the willingness to show up authentically, to share our true selves, and to allow ourselves to be seen for who we truly are. Scorpio teaches us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but rather a powerful force of healing and growth. It is through vulnerability that we create true intimacy and build relationships that are rooted in trust and authenticity. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite others to do the same. This creates a space where true transformation can take place, where both individuals and relationships can evolve into their highest potential. Vulnerability is the foundation of emotional depth, and it is through this depth that we can experience true spiritual awakening. Now, as we near the end of our exploration, it is clear that the path of transformation is not always easy. But it is one of profound reward. Scorpio's wisdom teaches us that transformation requires us to face our fears, embrace our emotions, detach from unhealthy attachments, and most importantly, remain vulnerable. These are not just the lessons of Scorpio, they are the universal truths that guide us all toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. This spiritual journey is not about reaching a destination, but about living each day with intention, courage, and love. Scorpio's energy invites us to step into the unknown, to trust the process of transformation, and to embrace the power that lies within each of us. Through love, vulnerability, and emotional depth, we can create lives that are not only spiritually enriched but also deeply fulfilling. If you've felt inspired by this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more content like this. Together, let's continue to explore the transformative power of the Zodiac and how we can apply its wisdom to our everyday lives. Stay peaceful, stay Zen, and remember, true transformation always begins within.